Hello there, this is Tim. I'm here for a movie impressions or review video. This is my third I've done today. I've did the big marathon. I've done Godzilla, Amazing Spider-Man 2, and now I get to talk about Marvel's latest movie, Captain America Winter Soldier. And this is a movie I was not quite sure what it would be about, because I knew it was going to be a lot different from the original as far as the timeline and the story and everything involved. So, this movie impressions video here will have spoilers. I will spoil the crap out of this thing. Do not proceed if you don't want it spoiled. Please don't proceed if you haven't watched the movie. I can't say I did enjoy this movie. I would give my full endorsement to go out and see it. So go out and do that. Now let's get to the impressions and some spoiler type stuff here. So let's get to it. This movie, I love how it opens with Captain America running laps and doing so really fastly against another very athletic guy. And it's just a very comical scene. On your left, on your left, on your left. I love that opening. It's just a nice, humorous way to get into Captain America. And it also, showcasing his politeness of, on your left, and he is a genuinely nice person, and that is showcased very well in that opening scene. And we get into kind of the heart of this movie about Captain America. Is he on the right side of things? He's taking orders, but are the orders are they serving a good purpose, right? You have him encountering deception on the mission where he's not fully informed of what everyone's doing in the mission. And you have all of these things that are making him conflicted as to, is this the right thing to do? And that's a cool thing for him to be thinking about, because it is important. It's the bare bones essential of Captain America. He's an honest and trustworthy, truth-telling person. And you have him remembering to his past in this movie quite a bit. You have the Smithsonian, which has him on exhibit there. And as he goes incognito there, you see him just remembering the good old days, so to speak. And a really cool scene in this movie that I didn't expect to have happen was Penny makes a reoccurrence. Penny, if you'll remember, is his girlfriend from the first movie. And she's alive at this point. Very old. Very, very old. Like in her 90s or 80s. But she's alive. And he says, I still have my last dance from my girl. And so it is really cool to see that they actually do meet up once again, at least. And that scene was just so cool to see and so awesome. And you have him revisiting his past where he got trained and different things. You have this whole plot of Hydra coming back and Hydra infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D. And it's a really complex and deep plot that really did sell me on, wow, this movie is going to propel the S.H.I.E.L.D. story, the Avengers story, forward in ways that none of the other side movies did. Iron Man, didn't really do much. Thor didn't really do much. Captain America is propelling this series with forward momentum in a huge way that has huge ramifications for the entire rest of the films. The Avengers 2, in my mind now, is what the heck are they going to do? S.H.I.E.L.D. is pretty much disbanded by the end of this movie. Nick Fury is in hiding. A lot of these characters are... It's a radically different world by the end of this movie. And it's amazing to see Hydra come back in the way it did in this movie and the plot that they had. And it is really, really cool to see all that. And you also get recollection back to Iron Man with one of the senators in this movie. So you have some crosstalk there between the films. It is a really interesting way of doing things. And you have a constant kind of fun plot of Captain America is single, but why is he single? And Black Widow is kind of like, you should ask her out. You should ask her out. And it's always the question, why don't you two just, do something with that? Because there is chemistry there. So, the Nick Fury thing it really baffled me, because I thought they were killing off Samuel L. Jackson's character. I thought, he had enough and he was done with the movies, and he dies. But he doesn't really die. He fakes his death, and he comes back in a big way. And that's kind of cool to see his ending of this movie with him being a character of strength. And I was thinking in my mind throughout this whole movie, it's like, oh my gosh, they're killing off Samuel L. Jackson from all of S.H.I.E.L.D. And he's done. He's done with the Avenger movies. He won't be Avengers 2, but that's evidently might not be the case because of what he comes back. So that was a cool thing. And then the recurrence of his best friend. So Steve Rogers' best friend being kind of like in the Wolverine, how one of those guys got brainwashed into doing something else. In this case, his best friend gets brainwashed into just doing the mission, killing his friend, and going on missions and just killing people. He was, after the fall from the train, he was taken by a Hydra scientist and brainwashed and made powerful like Captain America was, given the steel arm that, made this guy really tough to beat. So you had that struggle. So you had really cool themes and just ideas in this movie. You had the ideas of Hydra recurring. You had the whole recollecting of what it was then and now. You have the girlfriend motif. You have this friend that's not really a friend. You have trust issues throughout this whole movie. Who to believe? It's a really well done movie that really did propel this film universe forward in a cool way. So I guess that's my first impressions. This is just it's the most different sequel I've seen in the Marvel series ever. I gotta say, it's gotta be the most different sequel they've ever done. Because the original movie was done in the 1950s, and this one, it's present day. You basically go from, it's not quite 100 years difference, but nearly a century of difference between the first one and the second one, and it's really interesting to see how they handled that. And the Winter Soldier, I thought that had something to do with them doing flashbacks to his past, and it wasn't. It was actually the name of this villain in this movie. So it was way different than I expected, way better than I expected, and I'm curious how the series progresses, because Captain America, I have no idea what they'll do next with this, because this was just so well thought out, I thought. So, thanks for watching this movie impressions video, and stay tuned for more of them as I do them. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.